Okay. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's December is slipping away, and Christmas is almost around the corner. God bless you for hanging in there. We have had people would say you had a disastrous year. I said no, because I just when it go down, I can't say you got to keep buying. You got to keep buying. So I lost most of my profits that I made in 2020 one. This is 2022. So, but we're gonna look at this thing because I told you I'm gonna stay with you guys as long as you stay with me. I'm gonna stay with you at least this year. I'm doing twice a week, and let's get into it because I wanted you to look at Intel. I want you guys to start listening. I'm not a financial advisor, but Intel is almost they came out with something, and Intel is in the forerunner of this new bill that they're trying to make sure these chips be made in America, and Intel is on the forefront of that. So I went back in today, my son was talking about it. I went back in. Let's take a look at it, instead of me talking. Let's share our screen. I'm going to go to my, first of all, before I get into Intel, I want to share our screen I want to look at this one small little AI company. It's an artificial intelligence driven platform, course designer, online product in the United States. Okay. So it's at 20 some cents. I bought it like 22, 24 cents. I bought about 4 or 5 thousand of them, so because it's small right now. But they trade 94% below estimated value. And the revenue expected to go to 93. That's what you gotta start looking at future per year because AI is artificial intelligence. That's what we're going to, and it's dealing with schools now. And if you really look at this, it's into it's into universities, businesses, and colleges K through 12 and nonprofits. Okay. And it started up and incorporated in 2017. So it's fairly, in Detroit, Michigan, as my home. So maybe that's why I pulled out. Right now, it's price per share is right there, right next to the one that's really doing good. But see, what's happening here is supposed to be about $4 a share, but right now it's about 24. It went down to 22 cents, so I bought more. You know, so I don't know what's going on right now, but I think it's a lot of big boys on here, and a lot of big boys have been coming out and buying a lot of them in the last 3 months. So I said I better get in on some of this because if I don't get in, probably on this one, I'm gonna leave Tesla. I didn't reduce Tesla because Tesla still don't know where the bottom is. But I'm still keeping 10 shares in there because I don't never know whenever these nutcases are gonna start up again. Yeah, you look at that revenue expected to grow all this. I'm gonna get to Intel quickly too. Uh, right now, this one is not doing so well, but it don't have no debt, and it had no debt for the last 5 years. Companies, it's doing. We talking about dividends right now because they can't afford nothing in terms. So they got a small float too, and he's getting reasonable salary. We're a young guy, his salary is only about $500,000, which is good because he haven't done it. But look at these folks, these Ann Saltstreet, I don't know who she insider. They buying up 40,000 shares, and this one 9 months ago bought 21,000 shares. So insider buying is buying more shares than they selling, and general public owned and individual insiders own something. They think that something is going on. Vanguard is in this thing. They only bought a few. They only bought about almost close to 500,000. And you don't see BlackRock on here, but that's all right. Vanguard, I like these guys. I like AI. You got Wells Fargo and some other big boys, that's on there. But Merrill Lynch is in here. So I'm going to go along with Ann and Gilbert. They bought a few shares. So let's look at Intel real quick too. I've been intrigued, but Intel lately is, in there's the NT. Let me get this out of here. Okay, Intel. Intel, you know, we know what Intel's about. Intel, we used to buy Intel. Intel thought they was too big to do some things, but right now, price to earnings is good. Earnings are forecast to grow 5% a year. This is one of these you know, they could be $50, $60. You know, you got NVIDIA and all the, you know, 100, you know, 90, NVIDIA about over 100. That's you're trading good value per industry. You know, Intel is, you know, they normally around 55. Right now, it's around $28 a share. Intel elected this barber to our board, and also that's back in November. And you're gonna see some news pretty soon about what they're doing. The government is getting ready to pump some money into Intel. So I want to be on the forefront before they start doing it. It started back in 1968. They got 100 and some thousand employees. Valuation is pretty good, you know. Intel is down at the bottom because all these folks outstripped them in the last few years. But Intel's still there. Intel's still making a good product. They said fair value is about 19 there, but 28. So they said it's over. But I don't think so. I think Intel's getting ready to really get pumped up. Earnings versus rate. And you can see Intel is doing some, you know, you can look at this with your leisure. Financial health is good. Okay. Liabilities, you know. So you see they got, you know, net to debt, they got Intel debt to equity ratio. They've been trying to clean up the act over the last few years because they got swept by the Intel. You see, everybody loved Intel. So you can see what they're doing. I wanted to show you, and they're notable dividends. They give a dividend. So I bought 100 of them. I'm just getting in the game, you know. Okay. This guy made this person Pat. He makes 170, make $178 million a year. He only been in office 101 a year, a little over a year. Okay. So compensate, he shouldn't be making, but he probably got a lot of stock. But he's turning it around, they said. Okay, he got his leadership team in place, got a young leadership team, only been in there 3.5 years. And you can see people starting to buy Intel. Nobody's selling Intel, people buying Intel. So $28, that's a good price. Because of what they get, we just heard something today. So I'm gonna come back by Friday, and hopefully it'll be in this news. And I want to look at Intel again, but I want to show you that they're buying, and you can see the institutions still own more than the general public, and you got small, but you got your big boys on it. Your 401ks is in it. You better believe that. Even in the rest of these guys, you can see a lot of folk starting to. You know, you're talking about $10 billion for Vanguard, $9 billion for BlackRock, you know. So you got all these folk on Intel. So Intel is coming back, folks. You know, you better believe it. Intel is on its way back. Okay, so let's you know, let's look at this thing. Let me reshare. Let me do a new share now. I'm gonna get into the stock. We got about less than 10 minutes. I'm gonna see what we're doing. Let's see what we're doing. You can see that SAVA is starting to light up because they got everybody. They're skeptical, but they said we better get in before these guys shoot up to $100, $150 share, because they get ready to say, hey, all-timer FDA, you've been waiting for me. We getting ready. We getting the study is finished. Study is finished. We get ready to have that private company come in and evaluate it, and then we want you to give us an emergency approval so we can get some of these nutcases out here, or folks who got some health issues like myself, might have health issues in the future. You know, my father died from Alzheimer's, so they waiting for this one. They waiting for this one. Everybody, FDA, health, and all these health government, they've been looking at this one, waiting for this one. So we don't know what it's going to go to. But right now, it's starting. You can see this one, the little one I just showed you. this AMST, this AI one, this starting to heat up. That's why I bought 3,000 shares or more. I got about more. I got some more on some other side. Amazon is starting to heat up, so I got it back at 100. So let's see what it does. And so I snatch it out again. Apple is starting to heat up, so I got 30. I'm gonna leave Apple at 30 because the Apple go up and down. Intel, you can see I bought it at 27. I came back in at 27. It's starting to heat up. Let's see what happens here. I like to say this one called Tesla. I took my money, so a little bit of my money out, but Tesla still ain't made me no money. Tesla, I done lost about $700 this year on Tesla, but I know this guy can get going. When he gets going, he's gonna get going. He's gonna be running. This Mullen right here, I still got about 24,000 shares at 18. It hasn't made me no money yet, but it's got a decent flow that I think somebody before is over, even though they're gonna reverse split in the future. That's what's on the ballot coming on the 20 coming up next week. They want to, but they might do a run real quick before that happens, and this thing can go up to $10, $10, $15. So I want to, just in case it does. It don't, I just take it out, take my little winnings, and then go home. Intel, AT&T is AT&T. Look, AT&T still making me money. I got them at 14. I'm keeping that 14. And this WBT, I bought at 10, went back up to 11. So it's making me a little money. I snatch it out because this one made me more than AT&T overall. But they bought, AT&T bought this one. So you got to look out for these, okay? I just want to this is my margin account. So it's starting to heat up. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens over here in the other one. Let's look at the my personal account. They're not doing anything. See, but I got some of these over here. I got 1,000 over here, so I can play with. I can snatch this out when it really go to about $3. I'll go ahead and snatch it out. Make me about a couple $1,000. I'll go ahead and snatch it out. That'd be my play money. Any is trying to do something. Remember I got it 26. I got 1,000 of them, and I picked this one back up too. This is this Digital Holdings, so I picked this one back up at 490, and it's over 5. So I got this one, and I think it's gonna do something. This one I picked back up too. I haven't had it in a while, but let's see what happens to these guys. This is AI one too. So I'm gonna see what these guys going. These are small, cute. I'm gonna see what this do by the end of the week. If it don't start doing anything, go ahead and snatch it out again. The rest of these are the ones I've been having here. So it's really not making me anything right now. Matter of fact, these are my biggest. This is where I can say I'm experimenting a little bit more on these two, just see what happens, see what goes on. And then my business account, I really took some time. I really got this one right here. This one went up 1,000%. I said, okay, I let it drop back down. This one went up like almost $5, $6. So I let it drop down to 317, but it's still dropping. So I probably see where the bottom is on this one, but this one is a pretty people, a lot of folks has come on and starting to get on this gravy train right here, potentially. The rest of them is just penny stocks that I'm just waiting to 2023. And this one I'm waiting 2023 too, because this one has already got some government contracts. This one you really want to take a look at, because this one I'm gonna wait till it get a bottom, and then I'm gonna go back in and get about 1,000 of them, But right now I got most of my money sitting on the sidelines. This you see I only got 1,000 in there right now, but I want to wait some of these heat up. And let's look at all of them. I got 3 minutes to go, and we can see. Let's look at all 3 accounts. Okay, so all 3 are not. They're making a little bit. They still keep me above 52,000, and that's what I'm still hopeful. I still want my million this year, but you see, I'm far from it. Matter of fact, I lost about almost 40,000 this year. People say I could have bought that car I bought out there, but we'll wait. we're gonna keep our seed in the ground. And what is it? The one called HCMC, that's Healthy Choice. They bought some shares back. So I'm gonna see what they do. They go up to a penny. I done made a lot of money. They go up to, I got 1 million shares. So these are good stocks. Even Google, I got 10, but I'm trying to stay in the ball game. The one you got to watch now, SAVA is starting to really take off, and that made me more money. That made me about $3,000 this year already, and I got 100 shares. I could have waited until it got down to 30 in the 20s, and then I had it at one time it was about $1 or something, but now it's getting close to what they call hammer time. They getting ready the show. They're either gonna do something, they're not gonna do something. But everybody been holding their cards to the chest. They've been trying to, these big companies like Merck and Red are trying to buy them. But a lot of them, now I don't know who's spreading lies on them saying that they cheating, but FDA ain't saying nothing. They took them to court, and the court said, no, that's not true. So they keep that rumor out there, and people are saying, but people want what they got right now. People want, if this is the truth, if this is the real deal, this one gonna shoot up to about $200-300 a share. If this is the real deal, it will shoot up. When they go to FDA, this is gonna shoot up to about $150 a share. This is the real deal, and the FDA start considering it, and the FDA say this is the real deal. Boy, you talking about worldwide. This disease, Alzheimer's, this is supposed to be the game changer. I know they got some other company out there. This is the game changer. This is a small company, and this has got a razor thin float. So it's not that they ain't got no baggage on them. They've been holding out. They've been doing what they do. And so we're gonna look at it probably Friday too, just to see, so you can see who's starting to jump on the bandwagon, the gravy train potentially on this particular one. But you got to really start looking at SAVA, okay? This right here has been halted for some reason. Is that a halt? Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Well, this one has been halted. Maybe they trying, something's going on. I got to look at this one too, see what something that may be good news or that, but they were starting to get going, and all of a sudden they put an H up here. Hold. Okay. So something's going on with this one. So I picked this one up at the right time. Okay. Let's see if it's a good hold. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Let me stop sharing. It's got my grand there. That's an old picture, but she's still just as fat as she want to be. You're big to me. She's not fat. She's tough. She's a tough one. Got those lean cheeks, but that's all right. People say they got other people's cheeks. She got those cheeks, but God is good. So God bless you. God keep you. God cause face shine on you. We're gonna come back Friday and see what's going on with this QTNT, and then look at SAVA and see what's going on, because these guys are shooting up for some reason. So I told you I got that million on my mind. Let's see what happens. God bless you. Let me stop this, stop it, and God bless you. God keep you. And if you're going out for vacation, be careful out there. Christmas is coming. God bless you.